What if your attempts to keep peace in your family is actually killing your purpose? That you were not sent here to keep everyone comfortable, but you were sent here to live in alignment with your soul. In a recent higher self hypnosis session I did with a client, her higher self revealed something powerful, not for her, but for anyone who's ever felt torn between being a good daughter or a good son, partner or friend, or being their true self. She came into this life soft spoken, deeply loving, deeply wired to care for others, and deeply conditioned by family, culture, and society to equate love with sacrifice. This client is pretty young and she's decided she wants to move to a different state and pursue her dreams. But her mother was just diagnosed with breast cancer once again. And the pressure and expectation from her family to stay and help mom has mounted. And on a soul level, she feels really divided. Add to that the cultural pressure she has from the culture that she's part of. One part of her says you have to stay, be responsible, do the right thing. But the other part of her whispered that you have dreams. You were meant to live them. So, in her session, she wanted to ask her higher self, what does my soul want me to do? What is the highest truth for me and my journey? And this is what came through. If you preserve the peace, you will lose yourself. She didn't come here to silence her voice just to maintain harmony. She didn't incarnate to be compliant, convenient, or small. She came to learn boundaries and to break cycles. And a big one her higher self said was she came to learn courage. Her higher self reminded her, you can love your mother and still say no. You can care and still choose you. You can show compassion without abandoning your truth. Just like your siblings who don't live nearby, you can offer as much support as possible from a distance while you pursue your dreams. Because when you preserve the peace by abandoning your needs, your voice, and your calling, that's not peace. That is self-erasure. So ask yourself, what would your life look like if you stopped trying to preserve the peace and started preserving yourself? What if guilt wasn't the compass anymore and your truth was? That's what my client was learning, and maybe that's what you're here to learn too.